So I'm gonna go make sure. All right, I'm checking my phone. Yes, we are live. We're in the group. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it. Good.
I'm gonna keep that there. And I wonder if we'll see, we might see the live chat. Yes, we are live. We're in the group. Oh, okay.
Awesome. Okay, I see it. Is that?
Okay. All right. Good morning. Hello. We have some comments coming in. Yes, you're here. Hi, Natalie. Good morning. We'll wait a little minute for Facebook to populate the live. And see if there's other people joining. If you're joining us and if you're there, give us a heart or give us hello in the comments so we know who we're talking to. And Jess and I, it's so fun to have Jess on together. We're together live. It's so cool. Yeah. And we really want this live to be interactive. If you guys feel like chatting with us, we'd love to know who's there, who we're chatting to, and especially to tap into your energy. So please let us know that you're there because Jess will be pulling a card later, pulling some cards. And we'd like to tap into that beautiful energy that we have gathering right now as we see you come on live. And it's just going to be in a form of a conversation, our coffees, you know, just chill. Yes. And we're going to discuss a really hot topic right now that I feel is a hot topic. And I think Jess will agree that right now, the topic is we are awakening more to our self-worth, to our self-value, and that has all to do with this Uranus and Taurus transit that is happening in each and every one of our lives right now. We can see it as a collective. I'll explain more of those energies shortly here, but and we're getting ready for a huge turning point on July 31st at 18 degrees of Taurus in your chart, where the north node of Taurus, the north node of the moon and Uranus is going to conjunct together in Taurus. So we're going to be feeling those impacts. We are currently feeling them already, but yeah. So I'll let Jess say hi.
Hi.
Hi. And then maybe Jess can introduce herself for those of you who have not seen her live video last time. And then I can talk a bit about myself quickly, and then we'll get on with it.
Okay. Yeah. So for those of you who are new to me, I am Jessica Loper. So I've been in this group for a while, but just recently went live and started posting more. So I have a couple things you may have seen, but if you're new to me, I am an intuitive guide helping you get to know yourself better. I started out doing spiritual mentoring and card readings about 6 years ago and doing energy healing. And then I moved more into helping new spiritual entrepreneurs gaining that confidence to go live, start their public profiles, get going, get out of their comfort zone, right? So, which I love that circling back around and doing more with Brandy, working closely with Brandy. I think a lot of what's coming through for me is coming back to that, like, yeah, getting to know ourselves, because that is such a key part in everything else I've been doing these past years. Anytime I would do a card reading for someone or help someone, you know, get going publicly online, putting themselves out there, it always comes back to that self-confidence. And like you just said, like, that's kind of part of the shift right now, is just coming really back to self and really that self-expression. Like, I know for me, I feel like there is just this energy of expression that just has been coming through more intensely in 2022. And I'm seeing a lot of that with other people too that are around me, is just really wanting to just be themselves and express themselves. So, but yeah, that's probably all I have to share at the moment, but thank you.
Yeah, and that's it right now. I'm going to get to some comments shortly here, but like right now, we are experiencing with these energy transits a big awakening, and a lot of people have had their awakenings, but I think it's an ongoing process. And right now, what's awakening, or we're leveling up more in our self-worth and our self-value, and truly going towards what we want and need right now. And I feel that so many more people are like, you know what? I don't want this in my life, or I want this in my life, or I'm not going to take this anymore. Or, this is not how I want to live anymore. Or all these big questions coming up. And yeah, so it's exciting times, but it can be really hard too, to go through these transits. And yeah, so like Jess said, we have come together, we've joined forces to really, we've been also leveling up in our self-worth and saying, you know what, we want to reach more people. We want to go out and put ourselves out there to support more people in understanding and navigating these energies, understanding more of themselves, and going on a deeper level with that. So we'll talk more about that maybe at the end of the live, and we'll get into more of our discussion here. But before we do that, we have a few people on. Hello, guys. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Sonia. Nice to see you. And there's other Sonia here. And Sonia Line is saying, this week has been insane with seeing some karma, good and bad. Sleep has been disrupted, and kids are, well, laugh out loud, intense. Yeah, so the kids are feeling the energy too, eh? That's for sure. And yeah, this week has been rock and roll energy wise. We just had that full moon in Capricorn, which is the biggest full moon we'll have probably of the year. It was in Capricorn, and it was a super moon, meaning it's so much more, so much closer to Earth. So we've been feeling it even more, and so do the kids. I don't know about you, Jess. Do your kids feel it too?
They do. Like, I know we went somewhere, where was it? A few days before, like 2 days before full moon. I can't remember. I've lost my train of thought of like what we were doing, but I just remember thinking my kids were like high energy, and my little one, I like went and took him on a bike ride by himself because he had so much energy, and it was just like not like he'd been playing all day and it was not settling down. Like it was like, an hour or two before bedtime, and I'm like, let's go do a bike ride because you got to get this energy out. So yeah,
I've been feeling like that too, very high strung. I felt some sort of release. I felt the release at the day of the full moon, actually. And now my body is starting to recalibrate to the waning and kind of experiencing more of a calmness right now. Though the energies of what I want to talk to today is not giving us so much of a break. And this is not good or bad, guys. It's not about categorizing it that way. It's more about building our awareness and just being aware of what's coming. So shall I just describe a bit of what's coming, and then we can chat about it?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So on July 31st, we're having the North Node conjunct Uranus in Taurus. Okay. A conjunction just means it's like a new moon. Okay. When the sun and the moon are in the same sign, coming together in the same sign, they're performing a conjunction. It's the way the energies speak to each other. And so we have three things going on here. We have Taurus energies, we have Uranus energies, and we have North Node energies. So we have three energies speaking to each other. Plus on, I think it's August 3rd, I believe, Mars is coming into the mix, conjuncting Uranus and the North Node as well. So it's a very significant transit. It's a very powerful time. And it is a time of, let's put it this way, it's the storm, it's the thunder, it's the lightning strike, it's it's a bit chaotic, and it's like powerful changes, okay, that are coming, that are already here basically. And so just quickly, The North Node in Taurus has been there since January, and it will be there till next July. The North Node moves every 18 months. So we have the North Node in Taurus, meaning North Node is where we're headed. We're headed towards a certain destiny. So it's the future. The North Node just means it's the future. Taurus energies is everything that have to do with the earthly realm. Taurus is an earth sign. It's our five senses. It's our independence. It's our self-worth. It's our beauty. It's how we experience the world from our sense of self, like Aries, but how we move through our earthly realm. It's our finances. It's our houses. It's our possession. So it's all this kind of energy that is being maybe dismantled, or how do we say that? It's bubbling up. It's being it's very disruptive. It's a disruptive energy when Uranus is moving through any sign, and Uranus has been there since 2018. So we can be looking back since 2018 till now. It stays there for 7 years. Okay, so in 2020, I don't know, do the math, 2018 plus 7, Uranus will be moving, but it's been very disrupting all the parts of our lives of our Taurus energies. Okay, so what you want to do, and there's going to be a workshop coming up for this, guys, and Jess and I are working a lot behind the scenes to help you more and more on how to figure this out for yourself. But what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to go look at your graph, your birth chart, and you're going to want to find 18 degrees of Taurus. So for example, I have Taurus in my 11th house. So everything that is going on is affecting my 11th house. And the 11th house is actually ruled by Uranus. So there's a lot of disruption happening, okay? And I find it was really significant, and this is really what I wanted to talk about, because it is changing our lives. It is shifting the way we do things financially. So if you're a business owner, if you are even like anything about your finances, you might want to pay attention to these energies and see for yourself how this is affecting you. Do you have anything come up when I talk about these things, Jess?
Yeah, so one thing that came to me is just that a lot of times, just looking in the past when I used to hear about these types of energies coming up, sometimes I would feel kind of like that feeling of fear. And same thing like in tarot, like if I got a tower card or something.
Well, this is the
like,
tower card,
right?
This is the tower card.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was making me think of, was like the tower. This is like the tower. Okay. And I think as we work with these energies more and practice more and become more self-aware, there's not as much fear around it. It's almost more like a empowerment, like,
exactly,
I got this, right? So I just want to let anyone watching now or on the replay watching, that like when you hear about something that sounds like disruptive or like the tower, that it is always about the transformation.
exactly.
There's always a rainbow after the storm. And it doesn't, another thing too that I was picking up on is it doesn't always mean like something physically is going to change. Sometimes the change is a shift within. Sometimes it's something that you just need to feel. It could be something you need to feel that creates that energetic shift for you. So just inviting you all to just, if you were feeling any fear at all around it or like anticipation, just coming back to the heart and just remembering that it's just information and a tool to help you to navigate with more ease. Exactly. And just that reminder to feel whatever's needed. But it's a good thing. It's here to help us. Everything is here to help us. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
I like that point, Jess. And that's the thing, like Uranus comes to shake things up. Okay, but not necessarily always in a bad way. But it's coming to shake us all up. We're going to see it collectively, and we're going to see it on an individual level. Okay, but what Uranus does, the energy behind Uranus, okay, is the liberator. It's meant to liberate us from something that we've been stuck in. And the South Node is in Scorpio, and Scorpio is all those energies. The lower vibrational energies of Scorpio is manipulation, where energies intertwine. It's secrets. It's the underlining energies of how we merge our energies with other people that we are now meant to break free from. It's codependency also in Scorpio. It's how we merge our energy unhealthily. And I mean, there's lots of very good things about Scorpio energy, but because it's in the South Node, it's our past. It has to do with the past, and it was very beneficial in our past lives and part of this life. But now with the nodal axis shifting, it's saying, hey, look at the North Node. The North Node is in Taurus. Taurus wants you to be self-reliant. It wants you to start looking at your life and where can you be more independent, relying on yourself? What resources do you have? What resources can you utilize right now? Because Uranus is coming to shake up things. It's like, think about it as the rebellious energy. So right now we all hold that archetypical energy within our psyche, within our energy. So where is it that you're feeling all of a sudden like you want to rebel, like the rules just don't apply to you anymore, basically? Okay, it feels like that. That's Uranus energy to give you what Uranus is. Uranus is like, I want to jet out of here. I want to break free. I want to, it's unconventional changes. It's thinking outside the box. It's doing something a new way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's exciting, but I still want people to be aware that it can be also chaotic. And we need to navigate that chaos, because what we can't control out there, how it's going to come out in the collective, we can definitely try to be more at peace within ourselves as we move through this transit, because it's a big transit. It's the biggest of 2022. And this is where I feel that the Aquarian age, Uranus rules Aquarius, it's catapulting us towards our new, like, it's the beginning of the new way of doing it differently, I feel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, can I just say too, like when you're sharing all this, it's also, I feel like that reminder that sometimes we move along, we have changes, we've had growth, we know we're growing, we're sticking with it. And when that chaos energy or disruption comes through, it can make us feel like we're going backwards.
Mm-hmm.
So I just also want to remind everyone that when those type of energies come up, like, you're not going backwards. You're experiencing exactly what is needed. So it can be helpful to have a few go-to statements for your mind,
Mm-hmm.
right? When those energies come through, just to tell yourself, for that mindset, like, because yes, feel your feelings, feel whatever comes up, but like that mind is powerful too. Like, I'll just share a couple with mine that I've learned from other mentors and people who have inspired me. You can make up your own too, of course, but one that's really stuck with me is one I learned from Matt Kahn, that is, thank you for this process I am not enjoying. You still thank it. And that helps me go, okay, I'm right where I need to be. That's another one. I'm right where I need to be. So this too shall pass. You know, like, know what your statements are, like, and you can use the ones I suggested, or some of you probably already have your own or come up with your own, but I feel like those can be very supportive anytime.
Yeah, I love that, Jess. And I love Matt Cohen. I see Sonia Godin saying, just observe.
Observe that too. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah, because our mind tries to what's the word? Dissect everything and
Oh
figure
yeah,
everything out.
exactly.
And sometimes, yeah, observing. Thank you, Sonia. That's a good point. Thank you.
Yeah, and I actually pulled a card for this transit for how to help us go. I'll get to that soon, okay? But I did pull a card for us collectively to move through this transit. I'll be talking about this transit again. Jess and I will be talking about it. We are already talking about it on TikTok. If you don't follow us there, you might want to give us a follow on TikTok just because we're giving so much more content there. We decided to really push it there, though we're going to still be in this group and we're still going to show up for you here. But TikTok is really fun, and actually TikTok is very Uranian energy as well. And I feel it's about the unconventional and doing something different. And yeah, so a few keywords for this Uranus energy is freedom, rebellion, invention, electric, destruction, creation, and discover. So it's meant to discover the new way of doing things. And again, to shake us up for our evolution. We are here to evolve, to change, to it's really kicking us in the butt to get out of the stagnation energy that some of us don't even realize we're in. And that's the thing. The liberator is here to say, hey, you may not have been conscious about this, and I'm here to shake it up. And then with Mars coming in the mix, Mars is the masculine energy who wants to initiate, separate, go for it. It's the warrior energy within all of us. Again, I'm not talking about male or female here. I'm talking about energies and how we all have these archetypical energies within ourselves. So this is just to be mindful that Mars is bringing in move forward energy as well. So it's going to be even more intense. And I think here it's also to remind us all that to be mindful of our anger, of the way we might be responding and reacting. So I love that Sonia also said observe, and like you were saying, Jessica, like with just what did you say? It kind of just slipped me out. To help us mentally move through it.
Yeah.
Not the Matt Kahn one, the other thing you said, I forget.
For experiencing what's needed.
That like what is happening when we see it from a bigger perspective, when we allow ourselves to see it from a bigger perspective and saying it's not happening to me, it's happening for me, it's happening for my growth, it's happening for my evolution. Your soul chose this time with us all to experience this right now. And I think it just helps me anyway in detaching a bit from the unexpected events that can come through. So I've been feeling a lot of anticipation lately. So I think it's just because I'm aware that it's coming, but I've also been telling Jess like, oh my God, I've been feeling anticipation for a while, like something's coming. And it's maybe you're feeling that. Tell us in the comments of how you're feeling lately. How you're experiencing things. Maybe Jess, maybe you're going to want to share about what's your take on the self-worth part? The fact that it's in Taurus, and Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus is our self-worth, and knowing how to nourish yourself, being that level up of what we are worthy. Do you have things that can guide us or add, or what are you feeling about that?
I think a lot of it has to do with there's so many things, but like what's coming to me right now is like our self-worth in the way we communicate with others, like our relationships that are close to us, because even and like kind of like outside out validation too, right? So like very much about the people around us, whether it's like friends, family, partner, coworker, whoever it is, just like being able to let go of that need for others, that validation for others. And I'll share a little quick story if that's okay.
Of course.
But like, for example, last night, so I got a new bathing suit, right? I've always been like kind of more conservative in the way I dress, just because of how I was raised. And for these past several years, I'm loosening up a little, trying to, dress a little different, try new things, get out of my comfort zone. But that's like that self-expression coming through, right?
Yes, yes.
I bought a bathing suit and I tried it on, and my husband's like, you're never going to wear that around people because he knows me. I said, okay, well, I'll wear it around you for now. That's fine.
Practice.
So, and then I just said, you know what though? I feel more comfortable and confident in this bathing suit than I ever have. I'm 37 years old. And I just said, maybe that just comes with age. And he said to me, he goes, yeah, but I compliment you a lot. He's like, I have tried to boost you like all these years, and tell me I'm beautiful, tell me I look good, right? And I just said, thank you, I appreciate that. But then on the inside, I was going, I had this thought come to me, yeah, you have, and I'm grateful for that. And I didn't say this out loud to him because it wasn't about him. It was about me. And it just my own self-reflection. I thought, you know what? All the compliments in the world, never ever gonna help anyone change unless you believe it yourself.
Like feel it for yourself, right?
And I had that thought, like, no, I mean, I do appreciate him and I'm grateful, I'm not complaining. But it was just like, yeah, but I had to believe that for myself and feel that myself. That came from the inside. That was inside validation. So my point being, your relationships with other people and how you navigate them, like setting boundaries. I feel like a lot of the self-worth is like remembering like that validation comes from within.
Absolutely.
It has to. You're not ever going to get it from outside of you. It helps a little, but the real inner power comes from inside. The real self-worth, it's an inside job.
It definitely is an inside job. And that's exactly what Taurus is helping us do. And it will also reflect back in our relationships. Why? Because Venus is how we relate to others. And again, Venus rules Taurus. And if you know nothing about astrology right now, that's okay. If you feel that this is too much information, digest it little by little. And we're going to get better at finding a way to really teach these themes to you. And especially in our community where we're going to have these specific themes, like for instance, Venus is going to be one of the first themes we're going to explore in our membership, because I want you to know where you have Venus, what's your Venus, because Venus is how you relate to others. It's how you receive. It's how you nourish yourself. It's how you are worthy of receiving. So this is how I interpret Venus from one of my favorite astrologers. She had a metaphor that lit me up the other night. And I think I was talking to Natalie about it. Imagine your Venus energies as you are a tree and you have roots and you also have branches up in the air. So Venus has roots into the earth, which is the Taurus energies. And she also rules Libra. So she has her branches up to the air. Okay. Air sign Libra, Taurus sign earth. So she's both, because we need both to feel nourished. We need the sun to illuminate our tree branches to give us the power of life, but we need to feel worthy of receiving the light of the sun. Do you see what I'm saying? That's where Venus, and Venus is our feminine energies. It's how we connect to others, relate to others, and how we are in relationship to others. So I love your example, Jess, because that's very Venusian energies is because our self-worth only comes from us, but it also helps us be in communication and relation with other people. Those Libra energies is how you exchange your energies with other people. Libra is about you and the other. Okay. So it's about your relationships. So when we take care of ourselves, when we nourish ourselves, and we're basically, the question is, what do you want? What do you truly want? And what do you truly need to get there? Like to feel. And when I say, what do you want? It's not like, do you want a new car? Maybe, but the new car, how does that nourish you? Is because of what? Like, what do you need? Like, what is it that you need to validate yourself? Like Jess was saying a while ago, and that will help. in every aspect of our life, especially our relationships to our children, to our partners, and to everybody, like, and our women relationship. Venus is the feminine energies, and it's also how we relate to other women. And like in our community, it's women for now, but Jess and I were wondering, like, eventually, will we open this up to men? We'll see. Right, Jess? Like, we're kind of like seeing
we'll
that.
see.
But for now, I think we're going to concentrate on women. And yeah, and let me go check. Is there any comments? Okay, what's going on here? You really make a great duo from Natalie. Thank you, Natalie. I love working with Jessica. I know exactly what you mean. My hubby is the same with me, but I could not feel it. So that's from Sonia Godin. You know what your example was a while ago, Jess?
Yeah.
And then Natalie's saying, so true. We have to feel our own tree of life. Yes, Natalie. And Natalie has a beautiful mandala of the tree of life. And Sonia saying, you need to love yourself to accept and feel others' compliments. Exactly, right? To receive, right? When we receive a compliment from someone, we need to feel worthy of that. But like Jess is saying, it's an inside job.
Yeah. I think too, what helps with that is just if you have a hard time receiving compliments, for practice is to next time someone compliments you, just say thank you instead of going, oh no, you know.
Exactly.
That's another thing that helps that to start shifting. It's like when someone compliments you, just say thank you. Exactly. Like it might feel uncomfortable at first if that's something you struggle with, but it gets easier.
Yeah. So let's shift it up as soon. Okay, we're gonna pick pull some cards. We'll have a little discussion. We'd like to know what's on your mind, how you're feeling this. Where are you guys at? Like, where are you guys at in your process? Like, what's important to you right now, especially with this discussion about knowing that Taurus is shaking up our lives. We're having a level up with our self-worth. Things are shifting and changing in our lives. We're going to have those physical changes as well, financial changes, financial shifts. Shift in our resources and our possessions. We already see that on a collective level, resources, the markets, the financial markets. I don't feel that I'm equipped enough to talk about too much of all those things, but I see it, and it all has to do with these Taurus energies, and that Uranus is coming to disrupt all these systems, including the systems we hold in our own energy. So yeah, if you guys have things that you are experiencing, let us know. We love to hear that. And yeah, we'd love to talk to you too about a bit about our project. And if you have any questions about our project here that Jess and I are working on, we'll discuss that as well. So what should we do first? Pull the cards first and then discuss the project. Hey, Tan, welcome on board. So maybe I'll just talk about quickly how to move through this transit, what came through, and then Jess will pull some cards. Okay. What do you say, Jess?
Yep, that sounds good.
Okay. So what came up to guide us through this huge transit that's coming up, the disruption, the liberation, the rebel energy that's coming up, the changes, the shift it was the healing card. And you see here how she's actually on very much Taurus energy. The crystals are earth. It's an earth sign. So is Taurus. So I feel that what it's saying to move through this transit is to get closer to earth as you can, get grounded, get to you, whatever nature is for you. For me, it's the ocean. It's putting my feet in the ocean. It's being in water. It's putting my feet on the sand. That grounds me. So this is about in the next, what are we today? The 15th. So for the next 3 weeks, it's going to be extremely important. And I would say a month, to find ways to connect to Mother Earth, to see how she's receiving the light from the cosmos, because she's grounded. So you're going to be receiving ways forward, ways to navigate for yourself. If you can come to peace, come to a place of peace in meditation, maybe. Jess is going to have, Jess got some insight yesterday and the
Yeah.
day before about like healing for this month coming up that we are going to be sharing in our community. It's powerful. It's going to help you anchor in those energies. And here it says ease, calm, release, peace. So to navigate this transit, we need to be at ease. So we need to find ways to be at ease, find our calm within, and to release stagnant energies. This transit is going to help us do that for sure. And to be at peace. Jess, do you have anything else to add about this? Girls that are watching us today, do you feel this card of how it's asking us to move through this transit?
I think what also came to me with that is being open to receiving healing.
Yes.
Ask yourself, like, am I open to receiving healing?
Yes, I love that. So just be mindful that we're going to need a lot of grounding through these energies, okay? Because it's that unstable, it's instability coming. But again, like Jess said, it's not always bad, but it could feel like we don't know what to expect. It's actually as expect the unexpected is totally Uranus conjunct the North Node. And then with Mars in the mix, hello, we're in for a ride.
Yeah. Another thing too that helps me with that is I feel like I used to be really fearful of the unknown, but somewhere in the past year I kind of switched around to feeling like the unknown, it's just mystery. Like it's kind of good to have some mystery in your life, you know,
Exactly.
keep things interesting. So that helps me out a little too.
Yeah. So okay, so keep an eye on your finances, keep an eye on your life, keep your senses open, feel things out, and yeah, just be mindful of how this disruption is playing out for you. So I think Jess is going to pull some cards for us. I'm not sure how she wants to do it.
Well, I had a thought. I'd love to pull. I have one card I've pulled, and then I thought anyone who's on live or watches the replay, I'm not going to do it live, but I thought I would love to pull a card for the people watching, and then after we close out, I'll come back and send them a card in the comments.
That sounds great. I love that. I love your
So-
insight. And then after you pull some cards, we're going to talk about our project and how our self-worth is leveling up. And that's how we'll end the discussion.
Okay, sounds good. So if you want an individual card, just type in the comments card, please. And when we end the live, I'll come back in and chat with you a bit in the comments. But group cards, I pulled protection. Okay. All right, and it says, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval.
Oh, I love that.
So this is just, and some of you may have already been shifting through this, but soul retrieval is like those pieces of you that want to come back. Like it can be something from other lifetimes or even earlier on in this lifetime, but just it can be related to healing past traumas, overcoming things, letting go of people, letting go of energies, calling back in your gifts, your unique gifts. There's so much that can be intertwined with soul retrieval, but really I feel like just that reminder that like your soul knows what's best for you, what's right for you, you know, come back to yourself. And you can even talk yourself through I know many of you meditate, but just a quick statement to start out a meditation is, you know, I let go of what no longer serves me, or I let go of any energy that is not mine. I let go of any emotions that I'm ready to release. You know, take a deep breath, you know, release it. And oh my gosh, my throat just got super and then being able to just call back in my light. I call back any pieces of my light. I call back anything scattered that wants ready to come back to me, If that makes sense. Oh my gosh. Okay.
It makes sense. And actually, I'm getting an intuitive hit about your throat because this transit can bring up those fears. Okay, those fears of
Yeah.
self-expression, those fears of really going for what we want and what we deserve, that worthiness, that self-value. How much do you value yourself? And I feel that throat is opening us up to help us express that newfound value within ourselves. And I love this protection card and bringing back your energy, because that's exactly what Taurus wants us to do.
Mhm.
It wants us to come back to our energy. Taurus is very about prioritizing yourself. I know we're not always comfortable with that because we enmesh our energy so much with other people, and that's fine too. We want to be vulnerable, Scorpio. We want to come in and merge your energy. But right now, what we're being asked is to unmerge our energy with other people and places and things that no longer serve us, that are unhealthy, that are underneath really not helpful to us, and come and find our power, come back to our power, what we value, what we want. It's all about us and our independence. And actually, I like to talk about interdependence, because you can be independent, but still utilize community and belonging and working together with others. But that like just said, that does not take away your value, where you gotta commit to another group with like without leaving behind who you are. That's the old way. The new way is you're coming into your self-authority. You can still belong to a group without changing who you are at a core level, at a soul level, right? I love that. So I think, Jess, you want me to tell you who wants a card?
Well, I was going to do it after, so it's.
Oh, you were going to do it in the comments.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Okay, sorry, I didn't get
No,
that.
that's okay.
Obviously, I wasn't listening that good.
No, that's all right.
Okay, you're going to go see everyone who wants a card. When they put in the comments that they would like a card, you are going to go after this live is done and give them their card.
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Perfect. I hope everybody understood that.
Yes.
Good morning to all of you who are just joining us now. We had a great discussion on a big transit that's happening called the Uranus North Node and Mars conjunction coming up in the Taurus areas of your chart, where you're going to want to find Taurus in your chart, what house it's in, and where you are going to be feeling these impacts of this disruption even more. And Jess and I are working on a little workshop for you also to help you find those planets and points in your chart and how to know. And we're going to have so much more of that in our community, where we're going to really help you navigate and find out for yourself. Because this is not about us telling you what to do. This is about you figuring it out for yourself. And we're just supporting that along the way, right?
Yeah.
So guys, do you want to know more about this community that we're doing? Anyway, we're going to talk about it. We're talking about it. We want to give you some inside scoop of what's happening there. How's it been going, Jess? What are we doing?
You want me to start? Oh, first of all, I want to say just so you guys know, the workshop is free. Okay.
Yes, there's going to be a free
workshop.
workshop.
The workshop is free.
Yes,
the workshop is free. So if you're not familiar with your chart or how to read your chart, that's going to be really helpful for you. So make sure you do that. We're going to have a registration link soon. So we'll post that in the Facebook group. If you're subscribed to our email, we will make sure that goes out in the email. I'll put the email in the comments below when we're done. But yes, so stay tuned for that. And then in the membership, I feel like too, this card I just pulled, the protection card about soul retrieval, like I feel like a lot of that is very similar to like the energy healing that I'll do in the first month. So it is a membership community. So monthly I'll be facilitating an energy healing to help you anchor in any energies. So yeah, I feel like soul retrieval is going to be part of that. Yeah, so that's going to be good. And then Brandy she'll be doing the activations. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So we're going to still utilize astrology. And just so you know, I study evolutionary astrology. So it's from a soul perspective and how our soul is evolving in this lifetime, what patterns we're moving through. And yeah, what are we releasing and what are we embracing? Okay. So I'm going to teach you that in the membership. We're going to look at Pluto. We're going to learn about Pluto in the membership. So the two most important things in evolutionary astrology is knowing your Pluto and knowing your moon. Okay, so the moon is very significant in evolutionary astrology because it plays out in our daily lives. It's our ego structure. It's how we nurture ourselves and emotionally understand what we're moving through at a more conscious level. And what we're going to do with the activations, we're going to utilize the new moon energy and the full moon energy and provide you with the activations. Some of you are already familiar with the activations and how they work from my Patreon membership. They're going to be like that, but maybe slightly different as I've been receiving new downloads. And just even the fact that I'm working with Jess now has opened up a whole new level of discovery of my own gifts and how to translate those gifts through activations. What are activations? Actually, they're basically energies that come in, often just stream to me with the knowledge I look at with the new moon and I look at the energies, I look at what's going on. And then I gain insight on how to help myself navigate it and hopefully help you navigate it, right? But for you to trust your intuition, trust what's being activated. So we'll speak to what areas of life things could be activated, how you could be feeling it inside of you, and always in you trusting yourself on what how these messages are coming through and how they're meant to help you. Yeah, so those are the activations, but energy healing, 2 activations. What else are we doing in there?
Monthly coaching call, like on Zoom, so you can get on with us and talk and interact and ask your questions, let us know where you're at, what you're going through, because the whole point of the activations and the healing is to help you in real time and to bring in energy for you that is really specific to you, because with what we're doing, like for free, right, as content, Facebook group, it's very much the collective energy and oversight. And then in the membership, like with the activations and the monthly healing, it's more about that inner transformation. It's a much more specific message and energy coming through specifically for you, so that you can step more into your power, living life on your own terms, creating more free time,
Balance.
expressing yourself, getting to know yourself, using astrology as a tool, but really it comes back to you. How do you use that tool? Because you need to follow your intuition. Ultimately, we can provide you tools and activations and energy healing, but when it comes down to it, like, you're the one that has to make the change. You're the one that has to keep moving forward. So it's to support you to do that and to follow your intuition as you do that. Use the tools, but when it comes down to it, follow your intuition. So
yeah, I'm really excited for the coaching calls because, well, we call them coaching calls, but we can call them what we want, support calls, interactive calls. But basically, it's your chance to be one-on-one in a group with us. Like, there'll be other people, but yeah, we can talk about, for example, okay, if you come and tell me, well, okay, the North Node transit, well, it's in my 5th house. What does that mean for me, Brandy or Jessica? Because we're also going to incorporate human design. I don't know if you guys heard of it, if you know about it, but it's a practical tool around your energy signature, knowing who you are and how you're moving through these energies. So basically, we're kind of like the weather girls, right? We're talking about energetic cosmic weather. We're bringing in some tools and we're going to help you, support you in knowing yourself at a deeper level and coming on and expressing, like, how are we actually feeling through these transits? What is going on? What do we need? And as we, like, our main thing too about this is community, is a sense of belonging, a sense of coming together with people where you feel supported, where you feel safe. It's a big place that feels safe And that is the underlining message all the time, is that you are your own authority. And we want to support you in being in your power, being in your own authority. You know best for you. No one outside of you knows best for you. And Jess and I just feel pulled and called to be the soul worker we know we are. And we're here too on this same journey, going through the same stuff. It's just like all in different areas of our lives that we'll be sharing around too. But we needed a space. Jessica and I are creating this space because we need the space. We want the space where we can come and be ourselves and be like, oh my God, this is what we're moving through. And this is the tools we're utilizing to help support us move through these energetic times of our soul's evolution, because we're embracing our unique energy signature. We're like, we want to be in our signature. We want to be in our vibrational energetic, whatever human being that we are, and we want to evolve, and we want to do it together with other people.
Yeah.
So yeah. Was there anything else? Well, we'll be teaching a lot in there as well. Like we'll have some themes, like I was mentioning the Venus themes, and we'll have some themes that will help you discover more of your birth chart, of your human design graph. We're going to be doing fun stuff like that as well.
Yeah, I think it's just going to keep unfolding as we go.
Exactly.
Yep. So.
Yeah, and you'll have access to a library of information eventually as well, like around the moon cycle, around how to work with those energies. And it's just going to be such a great space to come together and learn more about yourself, the energies, and really stay in touch with the cosmic energies, and do it in, like Jess is saying, in real time. Yeah. So if you guys are interested in that, just, we have a link, right, that we can give them to be on the wait list. So we'll put that.
Wait list. Yes, I'll put that link. That's just so that you get notified when enrollment opens. So, which will be soon, but we don't have the exact date yet. So
no, because we're still like navigating a new platform. We're trying to get to know our new platform where we're going to be hosting you guys. You're going to have your own little login. You're going to be able to come in, and I think it's even with an app, right? So you'll be able to access it from your phone and all that fun stuff. So I don't know if you guys are excited, but we're super excited. And it's been really testing my own self-worth and my own ability to show up more, and to be like, you know what, I have a soul mission as I study evolutionary astrology, and I realize what my soul evolution is about and what my energy is about, and how I'm meant to share my energy. Because we're sharing our energy when we're doing it with other people. When we're in a field of supporting other people, we share our energy. So I've been discovering more of that, and it's been pushing me outside my comfort zone definitely as well. But there's this sense of excitement of being able to, like, is this what I really want, to put myself out there and support people? And it's like, yes, you know,
it's time.
Yeah. So yeah, what are you guys saying? What are you guys thinking? Does this sound something like you'd be interested in? How's everybody doing? I think we're gonna close it up here. But like Jess said, if you do want a card, put it in the comments. Even if you're listening on the replay, you can put it in the comments that you'd like a card on what we've been discussing in this live today, which is really a level up of our self-worth, of how we value ourselves, how we value our lives, our resources, our environment is being shaken up for the soul purpose, or the purpose of our soul's evolution, of coming into change. And anyway, I don't want to repeat myself too much. You can go watch the beginning if you have missed it. But we're definitely moving through a huge transit here, coming July. What did I say? July, I forget. It's at 18 degrees of Taurus, but I just forget the date. But yeah. Was there anything else?
I think that's it. I think we covered it.
Yeah,
so,
I think so.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for being there. We love interacting with you guys, and we are going to have more of these lives as well as we go, with topics to discuss. We have our free weekly forecasts that go straight to your inbox if you don't get it on Facebook, because like we can't trust Facebook for you to see it. No, but
Right.
like not in a bad way, but because of the algorithm, you might miss it. So if you don't want to miss the free weekly forecast of what's actually happening in the cosmic weather, subscribe to our email list. Jessica will put all the links for you guys. Subscribe to our email list, then you can get that. And then in the community, we're going to dive in deeper on how to navigate it. So not just what is being navigated, but how to navigate it. Yeah. All right. Well, we look forward to sharing more about these tools. Jess is starting to share more about human design. I love human design. I love it. I'm a builder. What are you, a projector, Jess?
Yes, I'm a projector.
So let us know in the comments if you know what you are in human design. And if you don't, well, we'll definitely be helping you with more of that in the community, and with some content that Jess is coming up on. So come and follow us on TikTok too, like I said.
Yep. I'll put those links too. Lots of links.
Perfect. All right, everybody.
Sounds good.
Lots of love and flow to you, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.